Danny Koker, the charismatic host of Counting Cars, has been sentenced to a long prison term, bringing an abrupt and unexpected end to his career as a car aficionado and television personality. But what crime landed Koker behind bars? Join us to find out. Driven by passion. Danny's passion for automobiles started with his hands, as he felt a connection with working on engines from the very beginning. Each time he turned a wrench or smoothed a car's surface, he found himself more engrossed in a world that would define his future. Little did he realize that this love for cars would eventually propel him to fame, turning his hobby in his own garage into a tale embraced by millions of fans. His love for cars was heavily influenced by his father, as vehicles were not simply objects in his family, but ingrained in their way of life. Growing up, his father and other family members, as well as close friends, were employed at the Ford Motor Company, solidifying their connection to the automotive world. Danny was immersed in discussions about engines, designs, and the satisfaction of creating something robust and enduring. It was only natural that he acquired this passion and integrated it into every aspect of his life. Cars became more than just a hobby for him. They were a defining characteristic inherited from his father that ultimately guided his path. Danny's life was not solely focused on automobiles. In addition to his love for cars, he inherited a passion for music from his father, Danny Koker Sr. His father was not only a hard-working man, but also the leader of the family band. Music was just as prominent in their household as discussions about cars, and Danny embraced this musical world with the same enthusiasm he showed for engines. Through singing and performing with the band, he discovered a love for music as a form of soulful expression. This musical talent stayed with him even as he pursued a different career path. Like his enduring love for cars, music remained close to his heart. Despite finding fame on television, he always returned to music, finding joy in its ability to uplift him. Danny's journey took a significant turn when he became a celebrity after starring in a popular television show. Counting Cars came into existence in 2012, airing on the History Channel and being created by Left Field Pictures as the third spin-off of Pawn Stars. Based in Las Vegas, the show focused on Count's Customs, Danny's vehicle workshop, where antique cars and motorcycles were revived and personalized through refurbishment. The show depicted his team restoring vintage vehicles, highlighting the process of change and the challenges faced along the way. With a straightforward yet impactful style, viewers were hooked on the show, captivated by the revival of neglected cars and the dynamic personalities in the garage. The series made its debut in August 2012 and rapidly gained popularity, eventually becoming one of the network's most successful shows. With 10 seasons under its belt, the program continuously captivated viewers with its developments, obstacles, and narratives. 2 years later, Danny assumed the position of executive producer, further enhancing his influence over the program's creative direction. Each aspect of the show, from the refurbished cars to the engaging storytelling, reflected his passion and dedication, resonating with audiences on a personal level. One of the key relationships that played a crucial role in Danny's journey was his association with Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars. Even before Counting Cars was launched, Danny regularly featured on Rick's show as an expert in rare and unique cars. Whenever there was a need to appraise a classic muscle car or a one-of-a-kind vehicle, Rick would reach out to Danny. Danny's expertise, integrity, and genuine passion for cars set him apart in the eyes of the audience. These appearances made him a familiar face, with his innate charm leaving viewers wanting more. This partnership eventually led to the creation of his own show, offering him the opportunity to take center stage and showcase his shop in full spotlight. The triumph of Counting Cars opened up doors for Danny to collaborate with renowned individuals across the globe. A standout moment was assisting Alice Cooper, a surreal experience for someone who had a deep affection for both music and automobiles. The show provided him with an opportunity to combine his interests, merging the realms of rock music and automobiles in a seamless manner. To his admirers, witnessing his workshop evolve into a delightful space filled with captivating machinery that had intriguing tales to tell was truly exhilarating. After airing for almost 10 years, the show finally concluded in December 2021, leaving fans feeling nostalgic. Viewers had developed an appreciation for watching Danny and his crew transform old items into stunning pieces, and some were hoping for more content. Despite the cameras no longer filming, Danny remained committed to his passion. Count's Customs persisted with the same enthusiasm and determination. To find out what he has been up to post-show, one only needs to glance at the workshop, where work persists tirelessly. The passion for automobiles never diminished, and neither did the inventive spark that ignited his journey. Count's Customs transformed from a mere store to a sought-after spot for enthusiasts. Fans have the opportunity to explore, appreciate Danny's assortment, and witness the dedication that set the show apart. Guided tours are available daily, with VIP options for those seeking a more intimate experience, offering a peek into Danny's exclusive display area, along with visits to Count's vamped Rock Bar and Grill, Shelby American, and the iconic Las Vegas sign. Exclusive gatherings also allow followers to personally meet Danny, sustaining the bond between him and his supporters even after the show concluded. Danny's story has always centered around his deep passion. He didn't just see cars as mere vehicles, but as vessels for stories, memories, and fragments of history waiting to be brought back to life. Each restoration project was not just work for him, but a labor of love. Similarly, music remained a constant presence in his life, serving as a connection to his origins and the happiness he experienced while performing alongside his loved ones. The interplay between these two passions molded him into an individual with a distinct identity, whose life serves as a testament to the importance of pursuing one's true desires. But what were his best builds? Legendary restorations that touched hearts. Viewers of the well-loved program on History Channel are aware that Danny Koker has experience with unique and captivating automobiles. When he restores a car, he invests his emotions, dedication, and attention into the project. To him, a vehicle is more than just a machine. It holds memories, has a personality, and tells a narrative. Danny approaches his work with patience, ensuring that no aspect is overlooked and the essence of the vehicle remains intact. Danny's passion for vintage cars is evident in all the work he does at Count's Customs, where he brings old vehicles back to their former glory. Through his dedication, Danny has earned a reputation for creating memorable restorations that go beyond just mechanical work. These cars have become important markers in his career, reflecting his deep love for his craft and bringing happiness to both his team and the car owners. One of the initial and significant projects was a 1968 Mustang that arrived at his workshop in a dilapidated state. Despite being worn out and lacking its former charm, Danny recognized its significance. He perceived the car's past, its strength, and the grandeur it once exuded. This Mustang made its debut in the first episode of Counting Cars, when Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars brought it in, marking the beginning of Count's Customs' television success. Danny was resolute in reviving the car, understanding the importance of budgetary constraints while still preserving the essence of what made the vehicle special. Upon completion, the Mustang appeared rejuvenated and robust, a testament to the capabilities of Danny and his team. The restoration not only brought new life to the car, but also brought attention to Danny's workshop, marking the start of a series of remarkable endeavors for them. Not all the vehicles brought to the shop were muscle cars. Count's Customs was renowned for creating strong machines embodying the essence of the American spirit, but occasionally Danny ventured beyond that realm. One of the unexpected projects was Sparkles 2, a dune buggy reflecting the team's fun and inventive nature. Despite not being their usual type of vehicle, it received the same meticulous care and affection as any other car. The team infused passion and enthusiasm into the project, ensuring that it would be unique yet still reflective of their origins. Interestingly, they incorporated taillights from a Mustang, subtly linking it to the realm of muscle cars that influenced their work. Upon completion, Sparkles 2 emerged not just as a lively and exciting vehicle, but as evidence of the team's ability to transform any vehicle into a remarkable creation. It went beyond mere construction. It showcased their creativity, flexibility, and genuine love for the craft of restoration. One of the most heartwarming projects ever completed at the workshop was the 1962 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. Although it may not have initially appeared as flashy as a Mustang or a dune buggy, to many it was a charming and stylish vehicle. However, this restoration project held a special significance that resonated with everyone involved. The car was intended to be a surprise gift for a crew member's wife, transforming it into more than just a typical job. It became a labor of love filled with sentimental value from the very start. Danny and his team understood that this vehicle held sentimental value, cherished memories, and joy for a particular individual. So they handled it with utmost care and consideration. They meticulously restored every aspect of the car, ensuring that when it was unveiled, it would be the ultimate gift for her. Upon completion, the Ghia was not just a refurbished car, but a representation of dedication, collaboration, and love. To the recipient, it was a priceless treasure, a token of appreciation that emphasized how the most meaningful gifts are those crafted with sincerity and hard work. The various builds may have different designs and narratives, but they are connected by a common thread: passion. The 1968 Mustang marked a new beginning for Count's Customs, propelling them into the spotlight. Sparkles 2 demonstrated that even the most unlikely vehicles can stand out with dedication and love. The 1962 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia was not just a simple present, but a heartfelt gesture that transcended its material form and symbolized affection. Every restoration project reflects the unique essence of Danny's craftsmanship. It is not merely about enhancing the appearance of cars, but also about preserving their legacy, celebrating their essence, and rejuvenating them with care and reverence for their sentimental value to the owners. Danny's constructions are not just known for their impressive appearances, but also for the stories they hold. While some are famous reconstructions that shaped his professional path, others are lighthearted trials that brought happiness. A few are sincere endeavors that made a difference in people's lives. However, every single one reflects his dedication, his attention to detail, and his profound love for his work. Even with the show being loved, do not believe all scenarios are true. This will aid in understanding why he was sentenced. Behind the illusion of the show, the concept of a person approaching unfamiliar people on the streets, taking out a wad of money and proposing to purchase their vehicles seems intriguing enough to engage anyone's interest. It appears thrilling when viewed on TV, resembling a scenario where valuable treasures are stumbled upon accidentally. However, in reality, that segment of the program is not authentic. Picture yourself being accosted by an individual wearing a loud bandana with a group of camera operators and demanding to sell your car immediately. For the majority of individuals, this situation would seem unsettling and unfamiliar. In reality, the process is quite commonplace. Typically, the individuals participating are contacted beforehand, arrangements are made behind the scenes, and the seemingly impromptu conversation is reenacted for the cameras. Occasionally, the dialogue is scripted in advance, and in other instances, it is intentionally staged to create a dramatic effect. In any case, it is not as spontaneous as it appears. Television, just like this particular show, thrives on creating a false sense of reality. Each time a completed project is unveiled, it is meticulously presented to appear flawless. The clients are always depicted as overjoyed, impressed, and deeply touched by the sight of their revamped cars. While these moments may make for compelling television, they do not necessarily mirror the truth. The actual feedback from Count's Customs customers has been varied, with some expressing dissatisfaction. As with any business, there are happy clients and others who are left feeling disappointed. However, the portrayal on television is consistently one of perfection, excitement, and admiration. Danny frequently concedes that saying goodbye to cars is always a challenge. Despite handling numerous vehicles regularly, one could assume that selling them would come naturally to him, despite the fact that a lot of the restorations are requested by others, and technically those cars were never truly his to own. Yet, when it concerns his own personal projects, the dynamic shifts. He perceives each vehicle he comes in contact with as embodying a part of his identity, so releasing it feels like losing a piece of himself. This sentiment is relatable, as all genuine artists feel a deep connection to their creations. However, true artistic fulfillment is achieved when the work is shared with the world, beyond the artist's control. Nevertheless, his emotional attachment displayed on screen adds complexity to the narrative and enhances the show's overall appeal. This leads us to the ongoing commotion among the team. Disagreements, jokes, unexpected quarrels, and over-the-top behavior are scattered throughout the episodes. While it keeps the audience engaged, a lot of it is planned in advance. When the cameras start recording, the team members adopt exaggerated versions of themselves. They are aware that they are playing characters, so they amplify every expression, every reaction, and every statement. It might not be completely scripted, but it is definitely not authentic. They are performing for the viewers, manufacturing drama that would not typically occur without the influence of filming equipment. A significant incident associated with the store involved a legal battle with Joseph Frontiera. The media took notice when the ex-employee was alleged to have embezzled funds from the business for his own indulgence. Count's Customs also filed a lawsuit against the company that had referred him, although the allegation was not substantiated. Overall, the lawsuit left a negative impression, with some believing it was driven by a desire for fame and financial gain rather than justice. Regardless of the validity of these claims, it contributed to the existing drama surrounding the shop. Another aspect of the deception is the apparent speed at which cars are restored on television shows. Viewers may be misled into thinking that a rundown car can be transformed into a masterpiece in a matter of days. In reality, even a basic restoration project can drag on for several months. For more extensive work, like the ones showcased on TV, it can stretch into half a year or more. The truth of the matter is that the shop frequently works on more than 12 cars simultaneously, making filming a challenge. After filming, the footage is edited to create compelling storylines for half-hour or hour-long episodes. The hard work and long hours involved in the process are conveniently overlooked in favor of flashy editing and enthusiastic narration. This creates an illusion of magic for the audience, while those familiar with the industry recognize it as a meticulously orchestrated deception. Legal issues arose due to the discrepancy between television portrayals and actual events. A couple alleged fraudulent activity by a shop, asserting they had given $50,000 for a classic Mustang restoration that was not completed promptly. They claimed that Count's Customs not only reneged on their agreement, but also declined to issue a refund. Such incidents serve as a reminder that beyond the flashy presentations and exciting unveilings lies a business that may not always operate as seamlessly as depicted on the show. However, despite the fabricated aspects, the show has succeeded in captivating the interest of numerous supporters. It presents a realm in which ancient vehicles are saved from decay, where each unveiling appears enchanting, and where tension captivates audiences. While a lot of it may be embellished, prearranged, or manipulated into a depiction that strays from the truth, it nonetheless provides entertainment. This demonstrates the influence of television, as it generates narratives, fantasies, and sensations that draw individuals in, even when they are aware that not all is accurate. Ultimately, the show focuses more on providing viewers with an opportunity to escape rather than on complete transparency. It blends authentic talent with scripted theatrics, genuine craftsmanship with accelerated timelines, and real individuals with sensationalized performances. While Danny's enthusiasm, the cars, and the projects are genuine, the presentation is meticulously crafted to be more intense, thrilling, and flawless than actuality. What legal battle took everything he worked for away? Stay with us. Danny's fight for freedom. Rumors have a strong impact and can often circulate more rapidly than the actual truth. Danny Koker, known for his role on Counting Cars, has been targeted by false narratives for a long time, with one of the most prevalent being the false accusation of his involvement in illegal activities or being imprisoned. Despite the lack of truth in these rumors, they continue to persist. Danny finds it amusing how people can believe he is in jail one moment and free the next. In fact, he has never been convicted, incarcerated, or linked to any fraudulent schemes. He faced a wild accusation in the CBD industry where his face was used in shady advertisements, falsely claiming his endorsement of CBD products. Despite rumors suggesting his appearance on news shows in support of the products, Danny had no involvement in the promotion or sales of CBD oils. He never endorsed, sold, or encouraged the purchase of CBD products. Due to the convincing nature of fake online promotions, many mistook the false story as genuine, leading to rumors of his misconduct and fraud. The reality is quite different, as he had no connection to the controversy. False accusations have affected Hollywood icons like Clint Eastwood, who experienced companies illegally using his image to promote their products. Through a successful legal battle, Eastwood exposed this misuse of his identity. In contrast, Danny struggles with the idea of facing similar challenges, feeling overshadowed by well-known figures like Eastwood. It's disheartening for Danny to witness the quick judgment people make after reading misleading information on the internet. Despite facing false accusations, Danny remains undeterred and is dedicated to managing Count's customs. He devotes his time and effort to refurbishing and constructing cars. His business thrives. His team is productive, and his love for cars remains unwavering regardless of the gossip. According to Danny, he prioritizes his faith, family, country, team, and community above all else. These values serve as his compass, disregarding the distractions of untrue narratives. Where Danny is today. Danny Koker has been keeping busy, with no signs of slowing down. Although he gained fame through his work on Counting Cars and custom builds, his interests extend beyond just cars. Music, performing, and creating enjoyable spaces are all aspects that play a role in his life. Danny finds great joy in his band, Count 77, which was established over a decade ago. Their music is heavily influenced by the rock and metal genres of the 1970s. Serving as the lead vocalist, Danny's powerful voice complements the band's energy perfectly. Count 77 is a prominent name in the Las Vegas music scene, frequently performing at various events and festivals, as well as at Danny's own rock bar. The band is not just a side project for Danny, but rather something he wholeheartedly dedicates himself to, much like his passion and commitment to building cars. Those who have witnessed their live performances can attest to the way Danny shines on stage, exuding the same intensity when holding a microphone as when working with a wrench in the shop. Danny's spouse, Corey, is an essential figure in the background, ensuring operations run seamlessly. She is responsible for coordinating the band's activities, supervising branding efforts, and arranging show schedules. The couple's collaboration results in a harmonious partnership, blending Danny's artistic flair and onstage charisma with Corey's organizational capabilities and forward-thinking perspective. Count's vamped rock bar in Las Vegas, owned by Danny and managed by Corey, serves as a prominent location for the band's concerts. This venue has gained popularity among rock enthusiasts for its vibrant music performances, inviting ambiance and close ties to Danny's larger-than-life character. However, music is not the sole focus of his interests. Vehicles continue to hold a significant place in Danny's life. Count's Customs is still operating in Las Vegas, with a bustling shop on a daily basis. Followers of the series have the opportunity to schedule tours to explore the renowned garage, view notable creations from counting cars, and purchase souvenirs that embody the essence of the program. Many guests describe the visit as a lasting memory, as the shop is more than just a repair center. It exudes the energy of a dynamic museum, showcasing Danny's dedication to revamping and personalizing automobiles. Even though new episodes of Counting Cars are no longer being broadcast, Danny and his team are still pursuing their passion off-camera. The projects they work on are authentic, their creations are continuous, and their enthusiasm remains unwavering. Danny finds fulfillment in the work itself, rather than in the fame that television brought him. His motivation comes from his love for cars, music, and the like-minded individuals who appreciate creativity and dedication. Reflecting on the past, it's interesting to note that Danny had already made appearances on television prior to Counting Cars. In earlier times, he was the host of a late-night horror program called Saturday Fright at the Movies. During that period, he portrayed a persona named Count Cool Rider, presenting horror movies in a comical and exaggerated manner. Wearing bandanas and showcasing a distinctive voice and unique style, he made a lasting impression even back then. This aspect of his history demonstrates his enduring passion for performing and captivating audiences, whether it be on stage, on screen, or while driving a refurbished vehicle. Today, Danny effortlessly manages his various passions. Juggling his time between his garage, band, and rock bar, he remains occupied, but in a way that energizes him. Constructing a lifestyle based on his greatest loves, he consistently shares this with his supporters. If anyone is curious about his current whereabouts, the response is straightforward. He is still present, still innovating, still embracing the rock scene, and still developing, showing no indication of decelerating in the near future.